Greetings, geeks and nerds. I'm Lady Universe and I'm White and Nudie, and also I am feeling a little bit under the weather as I'm pre-recording this. Don't do what I do, kids. Don't sit outside for almost 2 hours in 13-degree weather with a wind chill that makes it kind of feel like zero or negative, because it will have effect on your hands and feet. So if I get sick before February, that's the reason why. But anyways, while I'm doing this, it is time for a Lazy Universe movie review for you. I have finally gotten to see a movie I've kind of been interested in, even though some people have been saying like it's one of the worst films that they've seen. It's a bad movie. It's a terrible movie. It really sucks kind of movie. And I'm gonna take a look at the Warner Brothers Scoob. This is the 2020 or newest latest edition of the Scooby Doo franchise or the Hanna Barbera franchise, and I finally got a chance to see this, especially as a big Scooby Doo fan. I have been wanting to see this for quite some time. And Scoob, I gotta say, is quite a masterpiece film at really kind of giving me everything that I wanted, because not only did I grow up with Scooby Doo and I'm a big fan of Scooby Doo, I also grew up with a lot of the Hanna Barbera cartoons, and there are so many Hanna Barbera references throughout this film. Tragically, some of them appear at the end credits, but I was really hoping that this film would have had amazing Easter eggs all throughout it, and there are some notable ones, but mostly I was hoping that this would be like a huge celebration of Hanna-Barbera, more so than it already is, but this is just a big celebration of Scooby-Doo. Excuse me. And despite people saying like they don't like this movie and that this movie sucked, personally, I really did like Scoob. I thought it was a pretty decent animated movie, all things considering. And this is probably, yeah, one of the best animated films I've seen this year. Probably Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It wins it that easily, but it still is an amazing film, and I can't hate it because I grew up with this franchise. I grew up with Scooby Doo, man. I really did like this movie a lot more than I thought I would, truthfully. So this is just my honest thoughts and opinion on Scoob. First of all, I love that it opens up with a pup named Scooby Doo kind of style animation without getting used to Scooby Doo, who is, of course, stealing food as only Scooby Doo would do. Which, of course, we also find out that Shaggy actually doesn't have a friend, and even sadder, he starts talking to a couple of sand dunes, pretending that they were his friend while Scooby Doo is hidden behind them. And also, this is a beautiful way to get Scooby Doo and Shaggy's origin right across to the world, just immediately ASAP and getting them to be friends. Truthfully, there's a bunch of different ways that you could go about Scooby Doo's origin, especially with Shaggy, but I think that this is a sweet and simple minded way of getting across the relationship between Shaggy and Scooby. And of course, the quickest way that Shaggy and Scooby easily become friends is through food and bonding over food, because that's the type of thing that Shaggy and Scooby would become friends over is food. By the way, just to let people know this, my favorite Scooby Doo incarnation is a pup named Scooby Doo. I love that cartoon more than the original. I still love the original. Even if it's on, I will watch it because it's just like my nostalgia just goes into full blown overload. I love the original Scooby Doo, a pup named Scooby Doo. What's new, Scooby Doo? I didn't really get into Mystery Incorporated. I know a lot of people praise the living hell out of Mystery Incorporated, but I never truthfully seen it. I love the live action movies. I don't care what you guys say. I love the live action Scooby Doo movies, the one from 2001, I think it was, and also Scooby Doo 2, which came out I think in either 2004 or 2005. So I don't care what you say; they are perfect films to me. I don't care if you people call them bad movies. I don't care if you say that they're shit. I don't care what the fuck you say. I'm with Dr. Wolfula on this one. You can hit me all that you want, and I am impervious to them because I love the live action Scooby Doo films, even the Cartoon Network ones, which people said were shit. I personally kind of enjoyed the live action Scooby Doo movies that Cartoon Network put out. Scooby Doo: The Mystery Begins, and also like Curse of the Lake Monster or something. I thought that they were very decent films, and also would reprising the role for Haley Coco to come back more than once for Velma. So it is just purely amazing what this franchise had basically set up to now. And I was kind of wondering, like, okay, where would the film be taking it? And when it did the pup named Scooby Doo, well, I was like, okay, this is adorable. Like, I really did like it. Personally, I wish that they really would have went into the a pup named Scooby Doo, like have like at least like maybe like 15 minutes of the film. I know animation's expensive, be like a pup named Scooby Doo style, and then change straight into Scooby Doo. But nonetheless, I really did enjoy the pup named Scooby Doo reference that happened before the film really kicked off. Which, of course, this film really does get across like how much Shaggy and Scooby mean to one another, and especially when they go out on trick or treating, they dress up as Blue Falcon and the Dynamite. Dynamite and Blue Falcon are immediately cool. I grew up with that series a lot. I really did like it. So it's like, for me, I was like, thumbs up for that. You know, that reference is great. But Shaggy and Scooby are big fans of Commander Cool and Cool Dog, I think they are, from a pup named Scooby Doo. And they never brought up, it's like, what do people have against Commander Cool? I mean, well, even the name for a superhero, Commander Cool, is just awesome in its own right. But yet, Commander Cool wasn't, pun intended, cool enough to be used. I mean, Blue Falcon's awesome. I mean, Blue Falcon is just fucking amazing to use, you know, in of its own right. But we could have used Commander Cool and Cool Dog, man. Come on! Which ends up leading to our main characters meeting everybody, and I gotta say, I love the costumes and the reference to each character. The costumes really do get across how much each character really represents who they are. Fred is, yes, the knight in shining armor. He is the one that always comes to the rescue at the end of the day to really protect his friends. Daphne really is a Wonder Woman. She is somebody who is can protect people, but also at the same time can also be the damsel in distress, but comes out even stronger toward the end of her adventures. And Velma is definitely Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because Velma is very much of a judge. She's judge to the crimes that end up happening. She puts all the evidence together. So pretty much Velma is in her own right a judge, and to honor such an amazing woman like Ruth Bader Ginsburg was also amazing just for this film to have in its own right. But Shaggy and Scooby being Blue Falcon and Dynamite, yeah, they're both awesome figures, and they both kind of overpower or kind of come in the savior by the end of the day, so I don't really know how to put the Blue Falcon and Dynamite reference together just yet. But I thought that this was an awesome way to get this all five of them, together just to do an amazing mission, just like solving a haunted house mission. With the four of them end up deciding, yeah, why don't we become friends? Why don't we just join up with one another? Which also had the amazing alternate part of being the intro to the original Scooby Doo. Personally, I would have gotten back Simple Plan and done the "What's the Scooby Doo? We're coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby Doo. We're coming after you. What's the Scooby Doo?" It's the part that I would have done, but the reference to the original one is okay. I prefer the Simple Plan opening just a lot more than the original, truthfully, or even a pup named Scooby Doo. So we get to see how everybody comes in together. They play on with each other very, very great. You know, they play off of each other, and the chemistry-wise is very, very good to have throughout this entire movie. Till Simon fucking Cowell, tells them that they don't need Shaggy and Scooby to become a team. So they end up being picked up by Blue Falcon of all places. So Blue Falcon and Dynamite pick these two up. But why would Dynamite and Blue Falcon pick these two up straight out of nowhere is a good question. So the villain who's after them is Dick Dastardly from the Wacky Racers. Why is he the villain in this? It's because it's a huge celebration of Hanna Barbera is mostly the reason why. But I do like how this film gets across that yes, Shaggy and Scooby, even though they are goofy, do have their important roles in reacting to Mystery Incorporated, and it's actually kind of a nice reference to keep throughout this movie. We even get a nice reference to Muttley, the dog that always hanged out with Dick Dastardly, who you would mostly see in the Wacky Racers, so it's a nice reference to have him be thrown in here. By the way, when the team go to Mezek Mountain in the movie, it is a direct reference to the original voice actor behind Scooby Doo, Don Mezek, and I thought this was a sweet reference because Don Mezek is still, I mean, Frank Welker's amazing, but Don Mezek will always be my favorite Scooby Doo, in all honesty and my honest opinion, so that's a nice and touching reference to do for Don Mezek. And while they're inside Mezek Mountain, they end up finding fucking Captain Caveman. Oh my god, you have no idea how happy this made me to see Captain fucking Caveman. Like, yo, say what you want about Scooby Doo, say what you want about Blue Falcon, but you will not harm fucking Captain Caveman. That man is a myth, is a legend. And, okay, yeah, they got Tracy Morgan to voice him, and Tracy Morgan did an amazing job kind of arguing Don Mezek, who was the voice actor behind Captain Caveman. So, again, very nice to see, have here, and it kind of made me disappointed that he actually talks. He doesn't just go, mew, mew, and then just do the screaming of Captain Caveman. But I do get it, but it would have made me happy if he just mumbled and just went, and then have, who did he hang out with? The Angels, I think they were called, and just have him talk to them, and then they'd be like, oh yeah, he said, that he's going to kick your butt. It would have been an amazing reference for that, and then kind of notice that there's more than just one Captain Caveman is kind of funny, but it's like, who would find the female Captain Caveman appealing? Because they're all very hairy. This gives me Quest for Fire flashbacks. It's like, what would find this, attractive during caveman times? I mean, it would have been funnier if they had the Flintstones reference and have, like, one caveman have Wilma while the other caveman had Betty. But, I mean, it's just a fun little Easter egg just to have Captain Caveman nonetheless. There's also a running gag behind this movie that the son of the original Blue Falcon is a dumbass. He completely doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to become a superhero. He knows nothing about it. Mainly relying on Dino Mutt, voiced by the amazing Ken Jeong, to save the day. I thought Ken Jeong was a great choice for Dino Mutt. He really felt like he knows the role, and he did a very good job reprising him. But the mystery, I have to admit, in this movie is kind of dumb that Scooby-Doo is the ancestor of Alexander the Great Dog. It felt kind of dumb and felt kind of rushed and also kind of unneeded to have in this movie, but nonetheless, it was kind of fun to see. With the movie kind of showing us just how great of a friendship that Shaggy and Scooby really have with one another, which again is a nice nod in reference to how amazing of friends that they are in real life. This, of course, leads into Mystery Incorporated being reborn and kind of resurrected, and now Mystery Incorporated would be around forever to help save the world and solve mysteries of the supernatural and paranormal. To be honest, though, the movie of Scoob is definitely mostly a reference and a huge Easter egg and love to Hanna Barbera fans that grew up with their franchise of cartoons. And as somebody that grew up with the Hanna Barbera cartoons, especially Scooby Doo, for all of my years, in fact, I was still watching Hanna Barbera cartoons when I was a teenager when Boomerang used to have them be shown. So, I am just a big fan of Hanna Barbera just in general. Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry, Speed Buggy, Jabberjaw, Birdman, Space Ghost, Godzilla, Johnny Quest. All of those cartoons I grew up with, man. So this movie was just a blast to me just to enjoy them. And like I said, there are Easter eggs, but they come in at the end of the movie, truthfully. What you see, Grape Ape, you see Jabberjaw, you see Speed Buggy, you see Johnny Quest and his team. You get to see Adam Ant, and it's kind of, and for me, it's like, I really wish that we would have seen more Easter eggs throughout the film. Muttley and also Hong Kong Phooey were the ones that we mostly got. I kind of wish that there was a reference to the Godzilla series, Space Ghost, Birdman. But that's just me. I really wish that they have spent some more time just kind of showing off like how many cartoons and references that Hanna-Barbera had made throughout their history. So Scoob is just an all-around great fun for me. I mean, it's something nostalgic with something awesome just thrown in on top. It feels very sincere, and it is one hell of an amazing ride. It's like, I guess it's spooky, it's uncanny, but then again, it is an amazing ride, and really, well, yes, children young and old can watch this. I really do feel like this is more for the die-hard Hanna Barbera fans like me that can understand every single freaking reference that they throw at you and go, ah, okay, I get it. So my Funko Pop rating of Scoob will have to deserve a Vampire Jack or Vampire Jack Skellington. It's something that's spooky, supernatural, and mysterious, but at the same time, it's something that you can memorize and really pay attention to. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie reviews that I have done. And in case you are interested to see me check out a movie, possibly in the future, might not be, this year, could always be next year, then be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon so you can be notified every single time that I make an upload. If you have a specific movie that you'd like to see me review or perhaps try to check out, if not this year or next year, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see anything that I'm working on, or even some thumbnails for upcoming videos, be sure to follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. But, in all honesty, let me know what you thought about Scoob if you have seen it in the comment section down below. Did you think it was a great animated film? Did you think it was a nice homage to Hanna Barbera and the Scooby Doo universe? Or do you agree with some of the other critics that say that it was a piece of crap or a fucking piece of shit that it doesn't even deserve to be worth it? Let me know in the comments down below. It'd be nice to kind of hear what you guys' own thoughts and opinions on what you thought of Scoob, and let me know which season, or I guess season, which season of Scooby Doo is your favorite? Do you prefer the original, A Pup Named Scooby Doo, What's New Scooby Doo, or Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated? And kind of give me a good reason why. Personally, I like A Pup Named Scooby Doo. I really did enjoy the characters. Um, I'm a sucker for anything cute and adorable. I love the voice actors in it, and also a lot of the mysteries and jokes still hold up to this day. But my second favorite is definitely What's New Scooby Doo. I like that they went around the world and solved more mysteries than just whatever happens in Coolsville where they all live. Oh yeah, dog. I am such a nerd for Scooby Doo. I can answer a bunch of questions. Kind of makes me wondering if I'd ever do a Scooby Doo video with Dr. Wolfula or the Gulag in the future. Maybe. We'll see. I am not friends with Dr. Wolfula or Gulag, so I have no idea. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and remember that I've been Lazy Universe. I've been Nerdy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care.